34 weeks.
Wow.
Out of how many is 9 months?
40. We are as close as 4 weeks away from having a baby.
Damn. I saw a picture of a baby yesterday. That's about my as
I saw a picture of a baby yesterday.
We're on the
camera.
Woohoo!
Okay, we're out here. This is Salt of the Streets. This is episode, what do we say, 43 to live stream on this.
Yeah, baby.
And we're happy to have you here. My name is Donovan.
I'm Colin.
And like I said, this is Salt of the Streets. It's going to be a good episode today. Today we are going to, hold the fuck on.
Pause button.
Social medias. Obviously, this live stream was on Facebook. And then our podcasts originally start on SoundCloud, where you can find them anywhere that you can find a podcast. The YouTube videos, this video, and all of our other videos, you can find on our YouTube at Salt of the Street. Everything of ours, you can find at saltofthestreets.com. And then our individual social medias, I am alpaca_Donovan on Instagram and Salt of the Street on Twitter. And he is Big Bird Offie on both of those. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Instagram, Salt of the Streets.
Boom.
That's it. That's all of it. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the CIA briefing, the Gina Haspel CIA briefing that happened with the Senate earlier this week about the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. We've been talking about that for a couple of weeks. I did, in fact, link to that episode, the original one, in the episode posting this week because I'm getting fucking good.
Yes, you are.
And then we are going to talk about a little bit more about the late, great George Bush, right? Senior, HW.
Yeah, because we just mentioned it last week, but didn't talk about it.
He just died like the day before.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that much time, but now he's had his funeral, he had his lying in state, he had everything like that. So we're going to talk a little bit about George Bush, and then we are going to talk about the blog post that I did earlier this week, and we're going to do some grab bag, got some sports, we got the red zone going on behind us because it's Sunday. It is Sunday, I'll address that real quick because we were building the room for the baby yesterday. And so that's why we're recording today, because Colin was kind enough to accommodate my dad's schedule. So,
I do what I can.
Yep. So that's what we're doing. We're happy to have you here. Colin, how the fuck was your week, man?
It's fantastic. And before you even ask, I had a wonderful breakfast with 4 eggs, sausage and bacon.
Yeah.
And instead of, I didn't have any like potatoes laying around because I was going to make hash browns. Mm-hmm. So I made some quinoa and used that underneath my super over easy eggs, and it's just fantastic.
Quinoa instead.
I will say though, my wife's been all anal lately about eating healthy and all that.
I did see the quinoa meal earlier this week.
Indeed.
Quinoa,
well, we eat a lot of quinoa.
Super healthy shit.
Yeah,
super healthy.
I try.
Like we eat pretty good, but you guys eat way better than we do.
I mean, we're basically granola crunchy people at this point.
Yeah, Irish butter and shit.
I had some paleo pancakes that I made on Saturday morning, which by the way were like the greatest paleo pancake recipe or keto friendly pancake recipe or whatever that I've ever had.
Really?
They weren't super mealy because usually you can't use like normal flour.
Yeah. And
so it's like a combination of coconut flour and almond flour usually. And so it's always kind of mealy. But this one had Carolina got it at Costco. Big old bag. And it actually, as its main ingredients, has cassava starch, which is yuca. You ever had yuca before?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so that's it's more of an actual flour. So it was actually semi-fluffy pancakes. And it was really good.
Interesting.
But
I would try that.
Yeah. But as for like my week, dude, I don't even know. It's been, as you know, I've kind of worked my way up to like my next, level at work. And so that's involved like a lot more hours at work, a lot of office stuff. And so just trying to balance that with also taking care of, family needs next door and, all that good stuff, and trying to balance all that with podcast stuff and real life stuff. I don't have a whole lot of time. I did finally play some Red Dead yesterday morning for a couple hours. Mm-hmm. And that's the first time I played a video game in 2 weeks. I was so happy.
No time certainly is something that I understand.
Yes. And you're about to really understand.
Yeah. Well, and all this last week, the last 2 weeks I'm in, I work, 10 or 11 hours at work, and then come home and I cleared out this whole storage room over here and cleared all the roofs out of this room. Then we put the baby's room in and moved everything from the garage into this storage room, and then everything from this room into the garage, and then organized all of that shit.
Putting in work, man.
Yeah, so prepped this room, almost done with all the closet and everything in there. It's a whole... I got to build the co-sleeper, and then I have to build...
Is it like a little crib thing that just butts up to the bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got to build a thing for the TV stand. It's a little more baby friendly. Mm-hmm. And I think that's all that I have to do. I got to move the cat box to the other side of that wall.
Indeed.
I got a cat door I'm going to put in that.
Cat door.
Yep.
Cat doors are cool.
Oh, Jordan wants a fucking piece of drywall behind the fridge so that gap isn't there anymore.
Oh, you enclosed that area? There you go.
Yep. So she wants that there.
That's a project and a half.
Yeah.
Still?
That'll be quick. It won't be hard.
Well, with somebody like you, yeah. You'll just fucking nail it out because you're a badass.
Because I'm balling.
That would take me like 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. No, I'll just get it done. Yeah. No, I find it very important to not work too much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I try. But the problem is I found that I like working a lot now. It's weird. I like to be really, really busy. Lately, I don't know, we try to have like a 1 hour a night where Caroline and I can sit down and we eat dinner and we'll watch like a TV show. We started watching the newest, I guess, season of Vikings, the part 1 season. I think it's season 5. Mm-hmm. And so we're trying to knock like one of those out a night or every other night whenever we can. But usually I'm like working until about dinner, and then I eat dinner, force myself to sit down for 45 minutes to watch TV, and then I'm either back to work until I go to bed, or I go to bed right after then because I need to get back up at 4 o'clock, and I'm too old now to survive off of 4 hours of sleep anymore like I used to be able to.
Yeah.
Highly disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Like, Jordan and I, when we got married, right, I was always very adamant about, like, I don't want to live a life where work takes up more time than the things that we're doing personally. You know what I'm saying? And I don't ever want to have a job or be with somebody who has a job where you're taking calls after you come home, or you have to do emails after you come home, or you're not ever able to just stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about that before we ever got married. This is not something I ever want to do with my life. I don't want to, I've always made sure that I had a job where I was able to do that, where I can walk away and I'm done. At this point, you can't fucking call me. You can't ask me to do anything. It's done. I'm done.
Clocked out. I'm out. Point, You'll see me tomorrow.
I think that's really, really important. And I think that's something that a lot of people miss out on, especially when they are young and they think, oh, I can only work 4 hours, or I can only sleep 4 hours and do whatever. And I think that's, I don't know. Taking care of yourself is so fucking important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That no job you can have is more important than that.
This is true.
Never. It's never going to be.
Because what do you have if you don't have your health? And whether that's mental health or physical health.
Yeah.
If you work 24/7 all the time, eventually you're going to fucking burn out.
Yeah. I mean,
burning out's not fun.
I don't care how much I love a job. You know what I'm saying? If it's my favorite job that I've ever had, but I'm not able to walk away at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to have that job.
This is true. It's funny because we just got brand new laptops at work so that I can remote in from home and do work from home.
Yeah. Well, and that's different. There's a different thing between like today I'm working from home, and like I went to work and I came home and now I have to remote into work. Like that's different, I think that's mostly what it is. That way I'm not stuck at the office till like 5 or 6. I can just leave and go home and finish what I need to at home. Yeah. That actually will be nice now that I think about it. Because, I could sit there and work on AutoCAD and drink beer. There's no problem with that at all. Yeah. I'm still going to double check all my calcs when I come back into the office anyway. As long as it's within standard working hours. Is my point. Because if you're drinking beer and doing AutoCAD at midnight, that's a problem, I think.
That would be a problem.
You know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, if you're leaving work at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and you're coming home and you're doing AutoCAD until 5 o'clock, I don't think that that's really a problem. For me personally, the way that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're that's what I'm saying. If you're working until 5 and then you're coming home and you're drinking beers and you're doing AutoCAD, like why do you need to be doing that? You know?
Yeah. Mostly
There's
right now.
other shit you should be doing for yourself. You should be able to play Red Dead Redemption for an hour every day if that's important enough to you. You know, there's no reason that, I got so much shit I got to do at work that I can't do it. Unless it's like some Salt of the Street shit is different. You know, this is a company that like, I don't know, you know, it's a tiny little seedling of like hopefully we can do this forever and not have to do anything else. You know? And that's why to me it's worth it to be like, well, I'm doing this other hours because this is another job I got to slap on top, you know?
Yeah, it's like it's weird because I call it work when I go home. Like I got to go back to work and start doing Salt of the Street stuff. Yeah. But it's not work. It's stuff that I'd be doing anyways. You know, I'm still going to be sitting there reading articles and writing things or, you know. Did we talk about that on the cast? Looking at maybe going forward, doing our spoken word blog posts and stuff like that later?
We did not, but we can certainly talk about it now because we didn't do it last week because I wasn't
prepared, spoiler alert.
But I'm prepared to do it on my next one. And that can be, since yours is next week, my next one can be the first audio blog post, if you'd like. So Colin and I were tossing around the idea that I pitched a couple weeks ago about we do the blog posts every week that come out on Thursdays, right? And we alternate weeks. There's a lot of people who just, don't like to read, should have a hard time sitting down doing whatever. So we thought that we might try and write the blog posts and then also read them and record it.
Crossover.
And put it out as an audio podcast with the other Salt of the Street stuff, but it's going to come out on Thursday to accompany the blog post. And so it'll be, 5 minutes or whatever of us reading the blog post, maybe talking about it a little bit more, and that'll just be put out. So if you don't want to go and read it, you're able to, like I said, go and listen to it.
Indeed.
And that's just an easier way to consume the content.
We're here to accommodate your needs.
Yes. So my next blog post will not be this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after, maybe, depending on holidays and whatnot, but it probably will be. And it will also come with a little 5-minute podcast that we're going to slap on there. So
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So you have that to look forward to. So that'll be cool. I think that'll be nice.
I'm really excited about it. More content is always fun for me. It's more hours, but again, if it's a lifestyle choice like a podcast is, that's why we have the hashtag podcast lifestyle or podcast life, because it is such a lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
What are we drinking again? Elysian today?
Yes, this is the Elysian Immortal. Is what we're drinking here.
It's like their flagship IPA, I think.
Yeah, it's delicious.
It is fantastic. Man, and I should have brought some. I went to that, I think I told you, I went to that new liquor store in Paulsbo, the Crabtree.
You did go there.
Yeah, it's the new High Spirits. So we made it we made it part of a business trip to go in because we're doing some work for the owner, actually. So we used that as an excuse to go.
So did you get some beers there?
Yeah. They had
32-ounce beers?
Yeah, I got a couple 6-packs of a 7C seasonal CDA, which is another one of my black IPAs. And I was going to bring some over today, and I totally forgot about them.
I've enjoyed those that we've had. I wasn't sure that I would like them, but I have ended up liking the black IPAs.
I'm glad I can bring you over to the dark side of beer a little bit. Dark beer is something that not a lot of people really get into.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a cilantro thing. People either love cilantro or they think it tastes like soap. And I think black beer or whatever is probably one of those same things. People either love them or they just don't really screw with them at all.
Soap.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I would never characterize cilantro that way, that it tastes like soap.
Do you like cilantro?
Yeah.
Of course you do. That's why you don't think it tastes like soap.
Some street tacos?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, man, I had a retirement party to go to this weekend. Put me on the spot, too.
Yesterday?
I'm calling out Timo for that. Yeah, or Wednesday. Yeah, then we had the wife's company Christmas party last night.
That makes it taste like soap?
What?
Keep going.
Well, no, I went to this retirement party for my boss who's not actually retiring, but because he's kind of mentoring me to take over his job.
Right.
And mind you, he's been doing this job for like 40 years. And so he's trying to, put all that information into my brain in a very short amount of time. But our company owner has been friends with him for, their entire lives. They started the company together and all this good stuff. And so he kind of started off by roasting him a little bit.
Boom, it's a roast.
Oh, and it was pretty funny, man. I'm not going to lie. And then people, wanted to get up and say some things. And, after our main boss finished up the roast, nobody really volunteered to go up to talk. And all of a sudden, one of our contract employees kind of from across the room, looks over at me and just points. And then everybody in the room looks at me and I was like, well, I guess we're going to do this shit. I better get up and say something.
Yeah.
So I got up in front of 30 plus people that half of them I didn't know.
Impromptu.
Yeah. And then just kind of gave this bleeding heartfelt speech of thanks and this, that, and the other thing. And
nice.
It was really nice because I didn't get nervous. Usually I have a huge history in my past of shaking really bad when I go for no reason other than just it's total nerves and stage fright.
Yeah.
And then I start to fumble over my words and stutter and go, yeah, which always drives the anxiety even more.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I was really happy I got away with it scot-free, and I think I did a halfway decent job. Talked for about 5 minutes, and I was very proud of myself.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
High five, son.
Boom.
Proud of you.
And I'm thinking talking into a microphone in front of cameras now for damn near a year has got me a little bit more comfortable with
Probably.
that. Yeah.
I haven't had to speak in public in a really long time. I think the last time I did anything close to speaking in public was when we went to that town hall meeting and I asked a question.
Oh, yeah.
Even
that kind of stuff used to get to me.
Yeah.
Did we just lose an ornament?
Yeah. It's right in front, though, so I'll put it up.
Christmas isn't dead. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up.
Very nice.
Jordan also texted me when I said about the soap thing. She texted me and said that it's a gene that you have that makes cilantro taste like soap. That's what you're saying, right? So
I feel like that makes sense.
I know.
That's why there's such a love-hate relationship with cilantro. Because cilantro, to me, is one of the most magical things on the planet. It works on so many different levels. I love cilantro.
Well, and I don't know that I could be like, cilantro tastes like this, but I certainly wouldn't ever say that it tastes like soap. You know what I'm saying?
Cilantro tastes like soap, and I do not endorse that message.
Well, and I don't know. I don't think it has a super strong flavor, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah. I don't know how I would categorize it. It just tastes like fresh to me. Fresh green.
Right. Yeah. It's because you just like when it's on street tacos and, like some carne asada, some onions, some fucking cilantro,
Yeah.
It's a street taco.
That's all you need.
A
little drip of lemon or lime.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly how they are down at the Mexican place down here. So delicious street tacos. Yeah.
Sounds so good. I did go to Butcher and Baker this week. Again, that was fantastic on Friday. 2 more minutes left.
He's got a timer over here.
Man, it's so insane how fast 20 minutes goes now.
I know.
I guess that's one thing. I was talking to somebody at Carolina's Christmas party last night. They were asking about the podcast. And I said, yeah, buckle in. They're between 2 and 3 hours. They're like, wait, a piece? I was like, yeah, a piece. No, we have full-blown, long-form conversations. Oh, wow. I guess I need to clear my schedule. No, it's fine.
Say that.
You can pause and then come right back to it. It's not a big deal.
I try and be very clear with people that the podcast is designed in such a way that it can be consumed all at one time or in pieces. That's why there are segments and we don't... Like Joe Rogan can be harder to break up.
Yeah, real
just
hard.
Talk for whatever, That's why we try and have segments where we're going to do one part, a second part, we're going to do the grab bag, we're going to do pop culture and sports. So, and that's why there's fucking time things in the podcast.
I know, it's because you're clutch as hell. You do me such a huge favor by doing that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've noticed how I write the YouTube descriptions. Copy paste the podcast description.
There you go. I got the time to do it. So that's it. That's all we got for the pre-show. We got to get the fuck out of here. We've only got so much time on this beautiful camera right here. So I'm going to hit the social medias one last time. Facebook, Salt of the Streets. Instagram, Salt of the Streets. I am Salt of the Street on Twitter. Alpaca_Don on Instagram. Big Bird Offie on Twitter and Instagram. Salt of the Street on Instagram. SaltofTheStreets.com. Fucking YouTube, Salt of the Street. Episode 43. Check it out on Monday. Peace.